Hello everybody. After completion of our first unit, we have started in the last lecture about your second unit, that is industrial microbiology. Okay. So in this unit 2, we are going to discuss about the point first is the preservation of industrially important microorganisms and some selection center. Next, we are going to study about the industrial production of alcohol, grape wine and penicillin. In last lecture, we have studied the content of preservation of industrially important microorganisms. Today, we are going to see the industrial production of alcohol. This is industrial production of alcohol. Now, before going to the production, you should know what do you mean by alcohol, which is also called as ethanol. Ethanol or alcohol, or it is also called ethyl alcohol or sometimes drinking alcohol. Chemically formula it is C2H5 or it is also called ethyl alcohol. It has a boiling point of 78.37 degrees Celsius, molecular mass of 46.07 gram per molar and density of 0.789. It is colorless, volatile, you know this, flammable liquid, and it is produced by fermented or fermentation of sugar. It is done under anaerobic condition. The overall reaction is the carbohydrate which is present, for example glucose, they are converted into pyruvate, then into ethanol. You know that one glucose molecule it breaks down into two pyruvate. Two pyruvate they are broken down into two acetaldehyde and gives off 2 CO2 as a byproduct. The 2 acetaldehyde which has been formed, they are converted into 2 ethanol by using H plus ions. See here 2 pyruvate, they releases 2 CO2, gives 2 acetaldehyde, 2 acetaldehyde they converted into 2 ethanol. Now there are, before going to the alcohol fermentation or production, the organisms which are involved in the production of ethanol are both type of organism like yeast and bacteria. They are employed for ethanol production. Some example of yeast are Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Saccharomyces ovarum, Saccharomyces calibragensis, Candida brassicae, Candida utilis, Chloromyces fragilis, Chloromyces lactis. The bacteria used is Xenomonas mobilis. Mostly the yeast is used for the production of ethanol. Now, how the character of the yeast selected is, primarily the yeast selected is Saccharomyces species. The organism they are selected by the conditions that the organism should have high growth and they should have the high rate of fermentation. They should give high yield. They should be osmotolerance. They should grow in low pH, high temperature. They should withstand with the physical and chemical strength. They should produce the ethanol and tolerate the ethanol as well as glucose concentration. This character we have studied in your fermentation topic, means the organism should have the high rate of growth, high production, and even that organism should grow in the product form like ethanol and in presence of glucose. Now ethanol it is used as solvent in pharmaceutical, cosmetic. It is used as fuel, that is biofuel in engines. Some chemical intermediates are also derived, that is butadiene production. Now the raw material means we have, you know this raw material, inoculum preparation, fermentation, various treatments. So in that, before going to fermentation, the raw material or from which you are going to prepare the ethanol is, here the raw material are saccharin, starch and cellulosic material. When sugary material, starchy material and cellulosic material, from this you are going to extract out the ethanol. Now some raw material are molasses, cane sorghum, sugar beet, sugar corn, starchy materials. Now molasses it contains 52 to 55% of fermented sugar which is further diluted and used. Cane sorghum it contains 14% of fermentable sugar contained. It contains sugar beet. Sugar beet also contains the sugar, 15% sugar. Corn waste is also used for the ethanol production. Now the sugary material they are directly used, for example sugarcane. The molasses obtained it is directly used for the production of ethanol. But There are some starchy material which contains complex carbohydrate. Now yeast, they cannot directly utilize the complex carbohydrate. So these complex carbohydrate, they are converted into simple carbohydrate. For that, the grains, some bajra, wheat, they are used for the production of alcohol. Such grains, millets, such grains are milled. We will study what do you mean by milled further. Diluted, they are cooked, and further from that the starch is being converted into simple substances, and from that the alcohol is obtained. Now overall the flow chart here, for example, sugar. Sugar, it is milled, means the grain, or sorry, sugar cane, it is pressed. The filtration is done to obtain the juice. From that, fermentation is carried out by using yeast. Then the distillation is done. Distillation means heating the fermented broth and removing the product by the vapor formation. Now we have to test the percentage of yeast and then convert into further byproducts. Now if you are using a starchy material for the production of alcohol, then the starchy material, they are of two types. One is encased by grain hull and starch is readily available. Means two types of starchy material. One is grain hulls, means what? For example, some seed or maize, they are covered with hard coating. That hull means hard coating inside which the starchy material is present. Sometimes the starch is readily available for the production. Now suppose you are using a seeds or grains, then what do you do? First step in processing is malting. Now what do you mean by malting? Malting means, for example, you are using millets or you are using bajra. Okay, then for that you have to moisten them. Okay, add little bit water and allow to sprout. After sprouting, dry them and do the powder of that seeds. Then the powder form of this seed is called as malt. Once the grains are milled to expose the starch, material is ground as a fine possible. Means once you have obtained the grain or the starch, you have to mill into a fine powder. Now, but the fine powder is difficult to remove in the distillation. For that, pot still may reduce the problem. Now this is the point in which you are going to perform a fine powder of the millets or the seeds which has been soaked in water and it has been dried. Now after milling you are going to do cooking. Okay, now for this you are going to prepare mash. Mash means what? You are going to take the malt which has been here, this is malt. Take that malt, add little bit of water and cook them under pressure at 100 degrees Celsius. You have to use less water during cooking so that it should not be diluted more. Okay, you should add only little water so that mash gets simply diluted. Once it is cooked or once the mash has been cooked, you have to cool it for several times. Now the cooked malt is called as mashed. Means once you obtain the malt, that is fine powder of the sprouted seed. Such sprouted seed powder, when it is cooked under pressure, then the diluted substance which is obtained, it is called as mash. Now the conversion of starch to fermentable sugar means now the starch has been released out of that seeds after the malting and mashing. Now that starch is converted into fermentable sugar by certain enzymes or by using acid hydrolysis. So ओवरऑल प्रोसेस काय की जे काय तुम्ही सीड्स यूज करणार आहेत त्याला काय करायचं, थोडंसं मॉइस्ट करायचं, त्याच्यातने स्प्राउट्स येतील. स्प्राउट्स आले म्हणजे स्टार्चचे सबस्टन्स बाहेर रिलीज होत असतात. त्याचं फाईन पावडर करायचं, त्या फाईन पावडरमध्ये थोडंसं पाणी ॲड करून त्याचं मॅश करायचं आहे. आता त्यातलं सगळं स्टार्च बाहेर आलेलं आहे. आता आपण त्या स्टार्चची सबस्टन्सला दोन मेथडने काय करायचं आहे, स्टार्चला आपण सिंपल सबस्टन्स किंवा फर्मेंटेबल युटिलायझेबल जे शुगर्स आहेत ईस्ट युटिलाइज करणार आहेत अशा शुगर्समध्ये आपण ते स्टार्च कन्वर्ट करायचं आहे. आता ते स्टार्च शुगरमध्ये कन्वर्ट करण्यासाठी दोन प्रोसिजर आहेत. एक आपण एन्झाईम यूज करू शकतो किंवा दुसरं ॲसिड यूज करू शकतो. ना कुठले एन्झाईम्स यूज करू शकतात? अल्फा अमायलेज. जर अल्फा अमायलेज यूज केलं तर स्टार्चचं कन्वर्शन डेक्स्ट्रोजमध्ये होतं. बीटा अमायलेज यूज केलं तर स्टार्च दे आर कन्वर्टेड इनटू माल्टोज. ग्लुकोअमायलेज केलं तर रिड्युसिंग द रिमेनिंग स्टार्च, जे काय उरलेलं स्टार्च आहे त्याच्यामध्ये कन्वर्ट होतं. तर हे तिन्ही टाईपचे एन्झाईम यूज करून आपण हे स्टार्चचं फर्मेंटेबल शुगरमध्ये कन्वर्ट करू शकतो. और वी कॅन यूज सम ॲसिड. फॉर एक्झाम्पल सल्फ्युरिक ॲसिड काय केलं असणार, ते ग्रेनचं जे स्लरी आहे किंवा जे काय मॅश आहे त्याच्यामध्ये ॲड करायचं. ॲड केल्यानंतर त्याच्यातलं स्टार्च काय होणार आहे, फर्मेंटेबल शुगरमध्ये कन्वर्ट होईल. इमिजिएटली न्यूट्रलाइज करण्यासाठी आपण त्याच्यामध्ये कॅल्शियम हायड्रॉक्साईड ॲड करणार आहे, दॅट इज ॲसिड हायड्रोलायसिस. आता काय करणार आहे, ट्रीटमेंट दिल्यानंतर पुन्हा मॅशला आपण काय करायचं आहे, कूलिंग करायचं आहे, कारण खूप ॲक्टिव्हिटीज झालेल्या असतात. सो some enzyme activity, some acid hydrolysis have been occurred. So we have cool again the mash. Check the pH once again, because the pH is one of the important factor, because you are using the yeast, it will grow at very low pH. Okay, reduce the, okay, now cooling time is reduced as much as possible. Now once your raw material is ready, now your fermented batch, not fermented batch, the inoculum or the standard small scale fermentation standard has been used. म्हणजे आता तुम्हाला जे काय रॉ मटेरियल ज्याच्यापासून तुम्हाला अल्कोहोल प्रिपेअर करायचं आहे तो आपल्याला मीडिया मिळालेला आहे. सो वन्स दिस इज वॉट वी obtained आफ्टर द मॅश कूलिंग, दॅट इज युअर मीडिया. In that media you are going to add your inoculum, that is you are going to add yeast and perform the fermentation. Now here you are going to perform batch fermentation. Fermenter which has been used is 600 millicube. You are going to add in that 3% of the inoculum. Then within 12 days, the yeast which you have added into medium will produce 10% ethanol. When the process carried out at 35 degree to 38 degrees Celsius, pH should be 4 to 4.5. and the alcohol obtained will be 1.9 gallon. Now 80% of the cells from this medium, means मी जे काय मीडियम आधी ॲड प्रिपेअर केला आहे त्याच्यामध्ये आपण काय केलं, ईस्ट टाकलं. ईस्टचं काय होणार आहे, ते शुगर युटिलाइज करणार, इथेनॉल प्रिपेअर करणार, आणि बाकीचे जे ईस्ट सेल्स आहेत ते आपण रिमूव्ह करायचं आणि पुन्हा आपण दुसऱ्या बॅचमध्ये दुसऱ्या जे काय मीडिया बनवणार आहे त्याच्यामध्ये ते ईस्ट काय करायचं, ॲड करायचं आहे. आता तेच ईस्ट का यूज केलं, कारण जेव्हा आपण पहिला फर्मेंटेशन स्टार्ट करणार त्याच्यामध्ये ईस्ट जे टाकलेलं असतं त्यावेळी ॲक्टिवेट होण्यासाठी ईस्टला वेळ लागलेला असतो. आता काय झालेलं आहे, ईस्ट ॲक्टिवेट झालेले आहेत. हे ॲक्टिवेटेड ईस्ट जेव्हा आपण सेकंड बॅचमध्ये टाकणार आहे त्यावेळी फर्मेंटेशनची प्रोसेस काय होणार आहे, फास्ट होणार. त्यामुळं ते सेल्स आपण पुन्हा सेपरेट करून ॲड करायचे आहेत. आता नेक्स्ट टाईम जेव्हा काय होणार आहे, when the high quality molasses use, the maximum yield will be 95%. म्हणजे ॲक्टिवेटेड ईस्ट यूज केल्यामुळे काय होऊ शकतं, प्रोडक्शन इन्क्रीज होऊ शकतं. Continuous fermentation is not most commonly used. So this is one of pH adjusted is 5 with using H2SO4. Fermentation temperature is 35 degrees Celsius. After fermentation, the cells are again separated by centrifugation and channel back into first fermenter. म्हणजे एकदा सेंट्रिफिकेशन करून सेल्स सेपरेट करायचं आणि ते पुन्हा आपण यूज करू शकतो. Here, enzyme, yeast both are added in your medium. For example, the raw material used is corn. Corn is starch, so grind it in powder form, cook it, give it little bit moisture, add enzyme so that the what happens, starch will be converted into fermentable sugar. Fermentation is carried out. Once fermentation is carried out, the distillation is done. After distillation, centrifugation is done. Due to distillation, what will happen? Ethanol will be removed. Due to centrifugation, the grains or the cell mass will be removed, or some evaporation stage, then distillery grains with solubles, means yeast containing the grain. Now what is mean by distillation? Now separation of mixture liquid, means here when you are going to perform the fermentation, two types of liquids are present. One is water, other is ethanol. You have to separate two different liquids, so you are going to perform the process called as distillation. Now the distillation is a process in which the two liquids, they are separated depending upon their boiling point. Now the liquid which will have low boiling point will evaporate fast, whereas the liquid with high evaporating point will evaporate slowly. For example, you are going to take a flask in which you are going to add your fermented media, apply the heat from the bottom. Once heated, The media which has having a low boiling point will evaporate first above and then come from the distillation flask. With the condenser, now here we'll see the further diagram. Further we have here condenser. Due to condenser, what will happen? The vapors which have been collected in your upper bend tube, they will be again converted into liquid form, and that liquid form is collected into another flask. Ethanol, it is having boiling point 78.5, water 100. Means at this temperature ethanol will rise up from the condensation flask. It will again condense into liquid and come into your next flask. Chromatography is used for the purification of ethanol. Applications of ethanol is they are used in varnishes, in perfumes, they are used in preservation of biochemical specimens, they are used in essence and flavorings. They are used in medicine, drugs, they are used as ethanol. You know all this. They are used as antiseptic, they are present in thermometer, alcoholic thermometer, they are used in cosmetic. Some byproduct obtained after fermentation are distillery dried grain with solubles, CO2 which is used for production of dry ice and soft drinks, some animal fodders like yeast biomass. Once the yeast is completely utilized, the remaining yeast is used as a fodder. So overall process: feedstock, water, mashing is done, enzymes are added to convert starch into fermentable sugar, yeast is added for fermentation, CO2 is released, distillation is done. After distillation you get stillage. Stillage means unwanted material which is used for byproduct production, and the dehydration is done for the removal of ethanol. So this is about your alcohol production.